Hey guys, welcome back. So today we are going to do this look featuring the Living in Color palette by Hank and Henry. I did a video that was put out yesterday. It was my base box unboxing along with a super nice giveaway if you ask me. But yes, so you guys have been requesting tutorials featuring palettes that were included in Boxycharm boxes for the month of March. Why am I acting like a child? Can I sit still? You guys have been requesting the tutorials. I've been creating them and you have been loving them. So we're going to use this paleta over here in order to create this very wearable day or night, anytime, 24/7 kind of look. Also, I feel the need, because you guys are always loving like my coffee stuff. At some point I will stop because it's just weird at this point, but I'm just gonna. That's for those of you who love it. Also, I almost choked. Also, I do want to point out, for those of you mamas who really hooked me up yesterday, was like el cuerno, like la colita. I know I've had little colitas in the past, which means just like loose hair, just look like a tail or like horns coming out the side like this over here. And you guys were calling me out on it and I was living for it, okay? I was dead. And then someone was like, by the way, not hating, you told us to tell you when we see that. So I'm like, yes. So I expect to see some comments like, your cola, your cuernito. Like, guys, I've been having a bad hair day. This is a wig and I can't help it. I digress. Let's move on to the tutorial so I can show you how I created this look using this beautiful tiny little palette we received in Boxycharm boxes. The first brush I'm going to use is a Morphe M452. I am going to very lightly tap into this shade over here because these are extremely pigmented. So you really want to go super light. Use the end of the handle to hold it and start blending, because you're gonna build color. You don't want it to be like super heavy from the beginning and splotchy. Now, as you can see, I'm blending, like literally, I'm not being neat. I'm just blending all over the place on the outer portion. I'm not bringing it down at all. And full disclosure, I did take whatever concealer I had left on my sponge and applied some of that on my lid, not necessarily as a primer, but I wanted to cancel out some of my little veins, you know, my little veins I had up in there. So you see, like, I'm just being messy. I'm not being super precise or anything like that. Just blends away. Then I'm going to grab any eyeshadow brush. I'm going to tap into the shade right next to it. It's a beautiful golden coppery type of shade. It's a metallic, and we're going to take her and apply her all over the lid. As you guys can see, this is really pigmented. You just have to really know how to use the product. And I am bringing it into the inner corner and blending it out up in this area because I want to brighten the inner corners up. And then we're going to bring her all the way out. Now, I will admit that the matte shades are more of a drier formula. I'm not sure, so I don't want to say that it is what it is. Kind of feel like they're just pressed pigments because they're extremely pigmented. They're just kind of dry. It's not a deal breaker. They still work amazingly. It's just, I want to tell you the difference between the two formulas. These are more on the like creamier side and they blend really well and really no hiccups there. This one here, it just feels a little dry on the lid. They work amazing though. So I'm gonna grab a Morphe 411. It's an M411. I'm gonna tap into this shade over here. I'm gonna tap out, and then I'm just going to, at this angle, just kind of like, I don't know what angle this is, but I am just going to drag it on the outer corners of the eyes. We're gonna keep it out here, and we're gonna bring her up about maybe 1/3, and we're just gonna blend. Now we're literally blending within that very like area. We just want to concentrate as much of the color here as possible. And then once you've done that, you can go ahead and blend that out. I am using a Sigma Tapered Blending E35, and I am lightly just going up the edge and blending the outer corner a little bit. You want it to be nice and gradient. While I have that other brush on like my other hand, I'm going to use the 411 again. I'm going to dive in just a little bit, and then I'm just going to drag that down here and bring it all the way in. And then we're basically done with the eyeshadow palette. I'm going to grab a brown eyeliner. This is the Full Spectrum Eyeliner in Espresso by Makeup Geek. I'm going to slowly and kindly and not poke myself in the eyeball line my waterline, bring it all the way in, grab any mascara you have and just lightly coat the top lashes, because I'm going to follow up with some falsies. So you just kind of want to lightly coat it so that the falsies have a nice base to sit on top of. And then the bottom lashes, you really want to like pack that, my sexy face, pack that mascara on. The lashes I'm using are by Lash Scoop. It is a monthly lash subscription, $11.99 for 5 3D lashes. This one is in Davina. I've already trimmed her, done all that good stuff. I'm going to apply some of my backup lash glue, put her on, and I'll show you what the eye looks like. While the lash glue is drying, hopefully she doesn't start to like pop up on this area, because that is so annoying. I'm going to go ahead and fill in my brows. I'm going to show you guys what I've been doing. I've been liking, I think that's my trend for this year, the 2020 bushy brow. I think is going to be my thing. Just saying, it's so easy to put together because it looks really natural. So you guys know that I have hair. I have hair. It's just so fine and thin. You really can't see it like on camera. You can see it in person though. So what I've been using is my Anastasia, which is very loved. Look how like, don't look at my nails though. Don't look at my nails, but like it's all like scratched up and stuff. So I've been taking the wand out. I'll clean up whatever I can off of the wand, and I'll just start combing in, and then I'll take the wand at an angle and just start fitting my brow in this way, and then I'll drag product at the bottom. Now at this point the wand doesn't really have a lot of product, so then I bring that over to the inner portions of my brows to fill that area in so it looks like very gradient and natural. And then if I overdo it in certain areas, I literally go in with my finger and just like wipe it away. And then I've got my brows. And I'm really excited because this was easier than going in with a pencil, faster than going in with a pencil. And if you guys want to know what color I got mine in, I'm sorry, I can't tell you because a little sticker came out from underneath. But yes, they're thicker than they normally are, but I'm digging it. And it's so much easier to put together. It's amazing. All right, now I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to bronze my skin. I'm going to use the Pretty Vulgar one that I got in Boxycharm just because, where's my brush? Just because it's right in front of me. And for this kind of look, I'm really going to bronze her up. So we're going to go on our temples. We'll blend it in. I'm just trying to build the color where I want it. We're going to go here. Let's go back to the temples and blend that out. I'm like all over the place when I do my makeup, so it's not like a specific way. Sometimes I start with my eyes, sometimes I start with complexion, sometimes I will just conceal. It just, for me, there's no like specific routine. It changes often. Sometimes I start off with my brows. It just really depends how I feel that day, what look I'm going for, what colors I'm gonna use. So it's gonna vary. And as you guys can tell, I really like me a fluffy brush to bronze up my skin. I find that sometimes, for me, at least for my liking, I don't like that cutting edge kind of like, you know, like contoured, super sculpted look. It's just a bit much for me. I want to look naturally like bronzed. So that's what I go for. And I find that a big fluffy brush just does that for me because it literally bronzes the three along the side of my face, leaves the center of my face nice and bright. It just works out. I like the way it looks on me. For blush, just because it's convenient, I'm gonna use MAC Pinch Me again. I used it in yesterday's video. It is very convenient. It is here in front of me and it just works like a charm, and it goes with the eyes today. That's perfect actually. So I'm gonna build her up. This is one of those blushes that gives you the beautiful light flush. You can either just add a flush or build her. She looks amazing. And then for highlighter, I don't want to get super crazy, so I'm going to use this one over here because it is in front of me. It is the LOV, the Glorious Highlighting Trio. I am going to tap in to this one over here with a big fluffy brush, and I am going to just lightly highlight my skin. And then whatever's left on the brush, I'm gonna just dust on my chin and the center of my forehead so it'll attract the light. And then for the lips, I'm gonna dive into the NARS lippy I got in the Boxycharm box, Low Rider. Add some setting spray. And then we're done with this look. Now, do keep in mind, you can go nude with the lips. You can just go in and do a simple lip gloss. That's perfectly fine. And I think it's going to be a personal preference. I think this eye look is going to work with pretty much any lip combo at this point. I just went with the pink because it did come in Boxycharm box. So it's another item that was featured in the March boxes. And I think it looks really cute. I think so. Now that is a wrap for this video. Let me know down below if you enjoyed this look. If you choose to recreate it, make sure you go over on Instagram and tag me so that I can post you in my stories. And yeah, don't forget I have another video. The next video is going to be a full-on smoky eye look with the Hank and Henry palette. I've been doing that with all the other palettes being featured in Boxycharm boxes. So with the March palettes that I own, I am doing a neutral, a smoky, and a colorful look. I have a ton of videos that I have already released here on my channel. Make sure you check the description box if you want some type of inspiration with these palettes. I know when looking at them and seeing so much color, it gets a little intimidating and you wouldn't really know exactly how to put certain things together. And maybe I can help you think outside the box and try something different, or teach you little tips and tricks as we go. So make sure you check those videos if you're interested in that. Also, don't forget, I do have the giveaway. I'm going to link the video for that giveaway down below. And yeah, with that, that is a wrap. I am out. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.